Sure. So while I was off this week, I was reading in a book, and I wanted to share with you guys basically what I heard. So I have a question for you guys. I want you guys to all think through who is the person in your life that has impacted you more significantly than literally anybody else. They've impacted you more than anything, and if you look back, you'd say that person changed my life or influenced my life or made me who I am more than any other person. Now, I want you to raise your hand if that was somebody that you worked with. A couple of you, right? And that's the whole point of it. A lot of times, the people who make the biggest changes in our lives aren't necessarily the leaders that we work with. A lot of times, you think back, how many of you, thinking about the person who made the most significant impact on your life, were thinking of a family member? Most people, right? Or what about a spouse or a friend? A couple of you, right? So most of you said your family. So if you go back and think about it, would you think of that person who changed your life and impacted your life more than anyone as a leader? They are, right? They're leaders. They may not have a store manager title or a department manager or assistant manager, and they might not even be any type of a supervisor at the job that they do, but they're still a leader in what they do with their life. So that makes me have to ask the question, what does it mean to be a leader if it doesn't have anything to do with the job title? So what do you think makes those people leaders?
I don't think so.
Well, my grandpa fought in the war for me, and then he became a draftsman. He inspired me big time.
So like the sacrifice that was made, right? Would you say? What else? What are some other thoughts that make someone a leader? Just being a natural teacher?
Just taking the
Integrity?
time to care.
I think all those things are right. To be a leader, it's not a job title. It's a way of living. It's a way of being. And it's not necessarily something you stop and go, well, I'm going to be a leader today, right? It's just what you do. We're all, and the whole point of this is, we are all leaders all the time. You don't have to wait for someone to say, today you're a leader, today you're promoted, today you're whatever. You are a leader every day, 24/7, no matter where you are or what you're doing. If you're influencing someone, leading someone to a better life, helping them have a better future, giving someone advice, anything that you're doing, you are leading another person. So the main goal of this is, don't wait for someone to tell you you're allowed to lead other people. And don't wait for someone else to be the leader. You already are the leader. It's already inside of you, and you're being a leader all the time, and you may not even have realized it yet, but you're leading other people. So now what we have to figure out is, and I'm thinking a lot about this because next week will be my last week here, so now it's not so much a question of how do we make sure we get the right leader in place. We've already got all the leaders. It's about how do we make sure to work together as leaders and as a community, driving the culture and the goals that we already have in us. And then I started thinking about, well, what does it take to make somebody great? But then I thought again about that, and I think about this store. So we've done a lot of great things. We just talked about with AES, right? We've given all these kids Christmas. We've fed a lot of families. Every Thursday we're donating food to families. We always run a consistently good store. We've been driving sales, huge sales increases, all these great things. And when I think about it, I thought, well, what is that made this store so great? I get asked that question a lot. What are you guys doing in your store that makes it so great? I really believe that it's because you guys all have greatness in you, and you put a little piece of that greatness into this store. As leaders, as great leaders, you took a piece of yourself and put it in this store, and that's what made this store so great. So the thought I have for you guys going forward, it doesn't matter who's the leader, who's the store manager, who's the assistant manager, none of that matters. You guys are all leaders already, and you're already great leaders. So continue to do what you're doing on a daily basis. Don't wait for permission. You are empowered to make a difference in this store, and in this community, and in this world, and you already are. And the last piece I want to say of it is this. Thank you guys. I know I say thank you guys a lot, but thank you, because when I think about it, I know when I think 10 years from now, and I'm looking back on my life, and I'm thinking about where I am or what's going on in my life, I will remember this store, and I will remember the people in this store, because you guys have made a significant change in my life. I would not be going to this promotion if it weren't for all the great people here in this store. My promotion, in my opinion, is just a reflection of the greatness that you guys have delivered on a daily basis. And someone thought, oh, that must have something to do with that. No, it's really just you guys. Now I'm going to have to go find another great group of people to be around me to keep making me look like I'm doing a good job.
Oh, you're leaving. You're not going to find any more like this.
You're gonna have to
like
take us with you, bud.
you lost.
So I'll be reaching out, but I really appreciate you guys. You've made my family better. You've made my life better. You've made taking stress off of my plate. You've made working and being a store manager highly enjoyable. And that is all because of the leadership you guys take on a daily basis, the greatness you have in you and what you put in the store. So I just want to make sure when I leave, if there's any one thing you ever remember about me, it's thank you so much for all the great stuff you guys have done. I'll never be able to express it enough, but thank you guys so much for everything you've done for me. That's all I have for you this morning.